Hi, everybody. I just got out of the shower, but I have finally been given access to the real diagnosis. I didn't have access to it before, so I thought that I would make a quick video for you. Let's go over exactly what we're going to do. This week is going to be that trial week, so don't worry. I'm going to let everybody have a pass this week. We'll really get going next week. So, for everything that you submit today or submit for this week, I will go over it and give you suggestions as to how I would improve it, but you're all going to get an A for this week just for hanging in there since none of us really knew what we were doing. But we'll get there together as a group. And I love teaching this course. I love teaching patho. I've never taught it in this venue before, but it's an incredibly important course because it's one step closer to putting those pieces together. And I use this analogy all the time. Working as a nurse practitioner, trying to figure out what that diagnosis is like a CSI investigation, one of my favorite shows. So the patient presents, which is that case, and then I look for all of the clues, and all of those clues lead me to what the diagnosis is. So try and think of this as a learning adventure. I don't want you all to stress out about it. I've never learned well in a stressful situation. So let's work together and let's see what we're going. Let's go through this information again. So let's see. Because it is, to me, it's kind of confusing. I think I stated that before. I didn't write the course, but once we can clarify a few things, I think we'll feel a little more comfortable. Another problem was some members of groups have not been communicating well with each other. In fact, some have not communicated at all. And last night I sent an email to Student Success and I asked for a list of those who have withdrawn from the course because it isn't fair for a set to be doing all of the work and though others not. So for those group leaders, if you have reached out to others and they've not responded, I want you to move forward because they were supposed to have their introductory post in yesterday. That was a requirement to move forward in the course. So if they don't communicate with you, then they're going to get a 0. So I want those that are actively participating, you continue, move forward. So also, starting in the middle of the week was kind of goofy. I think that put us all off too. Because when you're looking at this, it says, okay, this is Monday, but we didn't start on Monday. We really started on Tuesday or Wednesday. So let's see. Beginning week 1, Monday, patient videos and assessment data are available to be reviewed. Group members work collaboratively to create a list of subjective and objective data information relevant to their differential diagnosis with rationale for each diagnosis made. So you're going to see these differential diagnoses, and I want you to come up with subjective and objective data to support those differential diagnoses. So what would need to be present for those differential diagnoses to be valid? The group will post a collective diagnosis, differential diagnosis, including subjective and objective information from the patient video and the assessment data. Additional labs and diagnostic testing, the group would order if this was their patient. Differential diagnosis and rationale for each potential diagnosis. Okay, so that would be week 1, day 3. So we'll officially start this next week. So this will be week 2, day 3, Wednesday. For our purposes this week, we're going to have everything due on Sunday because we've been a little bit behind the 8 ball on this, and so I'm going to give you some extra time to work on it. The second step, this would be on Thursday. Thursday morning by 8:30, the healthcare provider's differential diagnosis is revealed for each group's video. The group will compare their differential diagnosis with that of the healthcare provider, discussing discrepancies. So you're going to compare what the provider actually came up with. The group works collaboratively to prepare a final diagnosis of the case, including their rationale, and submit the diagnosis with rationale by Sunday. So that's how you're going to do this. Now, this week, you're going to be doing it all and submitting it on Sunday. Next week, you'll do part 1. That'll be submitted on Wednesday. And then part 2 is going to be submitted on Sunday. So here it has week 2, Monday. The healthcare provider's diagnosis is revealed to every group's video. Group members will compare their diagnosis with that of the healthcare provider, discussing discrepancies. Group members work collaboratively to prepare a treatment plan connected to their final diagnosis, including, and you're going to have all these things listed, and submit that treatment plan by Wednesday. All right, week 2, Thursday. All video case studies for this week will be opened with all drawers information visible for viewing. Group members will compare their treatment plan with that of healthcare professional discussing discrepancies noted. Individuals read other group case study posts and review healthcare professionals' actual treatment plans. Individuals submit feedback postings to one other group's discussion forum regarding the group's treatment plan. And that post is going to be due, let's disregard that, we'll do that Sunday. Individuals submit response post to one individual feedback post, including a reference by Sunday. So all of that's going to be on Sunday. Note, in the subject line of each group post, indicate your video case study number and the stage of the diagnostic and treatment process that you're submitting. So this is actually a 2-week assignment here. So this right here, when you look under this, this is a 200 points possible, is a, this assignment's going to take you 2 weeks. Okay, so let's see to do. And I want to move this over here. I can't get there. So we'll go back here to modules. 504, Okay. And here I'm on week 2, beginning week 1, Monday. So essentially what you're supposed to be doing is the same thing on these 2 cases. So 504 and 391, those are supposed to be done. The first part is supposed to be done on week 1, and the second part is supposed to be done on week 2. So I hope that that helps a little bit, because I didn't understand that concept, and I'm sure that many others of you did not understand that concept. So we'll get it straight for the next group. So week 1, you're supposed to do certain portions of it, and then week 2, you're supposed to do the other part of it. But for both of your studies, 504 and 391, 761 and 121. Get it? So we'll get it straight for next week. So this week is going to be kind of a practice week. So let's try to get that done. We'll just work on case 504 this week if you're in group 1, 761 and 801 for the other groups. And then starting on Monday, we'll get working on these 3. Okay? So by Sunday, we want everything done for 504, 761, and 801. And then on Monday, you go ahead and start on 391, because you're essentially going to have everything done for these groups, right? So let's just focus on this one. And then on week 3, then we'll start doing it the way you're supposed to do it. So I hope that this helps. It certainly helped me once I got access to the real diagnosis case study. And I really like those. Believe me, it's so much nicer to see it than just read it. And I think you're going to learn a lot from this class. I also think that what I'm going to start doing is weekly, probably Thursday evenings, because that's when I have the most free time. I am going to put together a meeting for us so that you can present with questions. I hope that sounds like a good idea. I was investigating different resources that are available to us because I have both cohorts. I have 158 and 159, and so I would like to do it together if possible. So I'm working on that. So if, keep a lookout for some information regarding that. I might do it earlier this week because it's a new course. I might try to see if I can carve out some time on Tuesday. We'll see. Well, I'll get back to you. All right, on that. So I have to also give you some advice. Working together virtually is difficult unless you're using different venues. I have one group that's using Google Docs. I've never used it before. It's fabulous. So some leaders may want to investigate that. Please let me know what venues work great because teaching is my life. I'm a nurse practitioner, but I love to teach. So any formats that you find useful, please, please, please let me know. Okay? And let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.